absolutely everybody's doing absolutely fine. Good job. Good evening. So yeah, apparently bloody hell, I can't play fucking anything copyright related to fucking like on stream at all for some reason. Bloody hell, just now, I was watching this song play out, right? And my fucking I got an email. Oh, your stream was interrupted on fucking YouTube. Oh, fuck off now. Well, what fucking issue is there on YouTube? Oh, fucking hell. Like it just does not like it does not like for like if any other song comes up which is copyrighted, which is how the fuck am I supposed to do anything about it, man? Fucking cunts. Fucking hell. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I think lo-fi for the time being I think is the only thing that I be able to play. Otherwise, well, like, well, it's legit. What the fuck can I play? Which is like absolutely everything is fucking copyrighted. So yeah, so that's the only thing that I can fucking end up doing. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, without further ado, I hope everybody's doing absolutely fine. The day was absolutely fine. Yeah, surprisingly, as I did say in the previous stream. When I was walking out and during the day, I absolutely didn't have any hangover whatsoever. How come? I have no idea. I'm very very pleased with my body today. Somehow, for some reason, for some reason, I didn't have a hangover. Yeah, a little bit like kind of like tingliness in the toes, but that's the usual thing when you drink alcohol, And but apart from that, not like a proper alcohol withdrawal, nothing, no other symptoms. So which is very pleasant. Yeah, I was very 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 surprised about that. So yeah, anything else to report? Got new pants. That's one thing. Another thing is I got a little bit of basically like the same thing like I have here, but it's not lights. I don't know, like in English what will be called like in Russian I know it's called mishura, but in English it'll be called, I think, basically like a strip of thing that you like basically put like either like somewhere like on like a window, like a door frame, like that type of thing. So yeah, so I was thinking I'm going to like decorate the mic arm, because I don't know, is it too loud? No, I hope not. So yeah, so that's that. So I think that I can do a little bit later on the stream. But apart from that, no, nothing else. Yeah, went to the McDonald's. There was a spicy burger, which was interesting that I did not see properly, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to try it. And actually, bloody hell, it was fucking spicy, like spicy to the level it's like I'm fucking biting it, and like my mouth is on fucking fire, like my fucking not tears are coming out, but it's like they were about to fucking come out, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is actually spicy, because usually it's like things are labeled spicy here are not as spicy because the general population aren't that spice, spicy tolerable. Well, I was actually fucking surprised. Fucking things actually fucking like spicy. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I didn't like finish it properly. I left like some of it here and there. Like I left a little bit, and I went on to my day because I couldn't finish it. Like it was that spicy and it was that uncomfortable. I'm like, what the hell? My drink is getting over, and then the burger is not getting over. So I just left it. I left it a little bit. So yeah, that's that. I was walking around about. I was thinking, oh yeah, you know what? Let me stream in the shopping mall. But for some reason, as soon as I go there, the fucking connection like stops. To be fair, it's not like just like today or something, and I didn't know that the connection stopped. Even like before, when I even did try to go like and stream there, the connection should drop just like for me like listening to like my songs, which I usually do like on YouTube. So if that thing gets interrupted, I'm pretty sure the stream didn't have any chance of it not getting interrupted. So I say, what, I'm not going to stream on the thing, unfortunately. Yeah, but for some reason, like if I go to a little bit of a smaller shopping mall, connection seems perfectly fine. How? I have fucking no idea. So yeah, I don't know. And that too also is like, it's not like a small one, it's like 2 floors, and the shop is like inside the shopping center, but for some reason I have perfectly good connection. I have no idea how this works. So yeah, so that's that. So in the meantime, let me quickly then Let's see, let me quickly then download. Maybe should I wait for the download or nah, you know what, let me wait. Otherwise I don't want to really put too much bandwidth, too much pressure on the internet. Otherwise fucking this thing's playing to fucking so many platforms. So yeah, I might as well calm the fuck down and not load it for download a fucking big ass I don't know how much is it, 2-3 gigabytes video. So yeah, better not. So yeah, that's that. Apart from that, nothing else. Yep, nothing else. That's it. Yeah, I was thinking of actually ended up like, oh yeah, you know what, maybe I'll go watch a movie, which I wanted to watch a movie yesterday, was which was Planes, what is it called, Planes, no, what's Planes, no, what the fuck is the name of the movie, Jesus, Planes, Cars and Automobiles, I think that's the one. Yeah, and unfortunately it was by Paramount, no, not Paramount, Universal, I think. Yeah, and those are like one of the 4 companies which kind of cuck the stream, so it's basically possible. And the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure it's like Twitch at least kind of like has a little bit of here and there miss situation about copyright infringement. Oh, fuck off! If YouTube, I'm pretty sure is gonna get cucked. If it gets cucked and I get an email just because I was listening to a fucking copyright song, imagine if I fucking started playing a full blown fucking movie. Won't be fucking funny. Kick, not sure. Maybe I think it's more lenient. So maybe on Kick I'll be able to kind of like same thing as on Twitch, go a little bit under the radar. But yeah, that's that. Apart from that, nothing to report really. Yeah, nothing to report. I'm still quite amazed by that I don't have the hangover from the Nastoika. But I don't know, not particularly something that I would want to buy and drink on the regular. I think I am more of a whiskey guy. Yeah, I kind of like the whiskey. So yeah, that's that. But anyways, you know what? I should actually stop talking about alcohol. Yes. New month has begun, and the plan is to only drink twice this month. So yeah, unfortunately, this week I already drank. Next week I'm not going to drink anything, and only after a week. So yeah, it's going to be tough. And I'll have to preoccupy myself doing something or the other, which is pretty sure is going to be the stream. But apart from that, yeah, I have to do it. No other fucking yeah. No other what you say. No other option that I have. I kind of like decided to lock in. So how about I basically stay true to myself and not be a coward. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. Also, the fucking hair, Jesus Christ! I swear I have to fucking get a haircut appointment. This thing is fucking ridiculous. Just getting out of control. I haven't cut my hair in 2 months. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like this part as well. It's like, and I'm pretty sure like the hairs are kind of like intertwined with each other. This thing it feels like as if like I have a hair of like a homeless person who hasn't taken a bath in a month. Like all the hairs are like sticky together. It's like even though like I do take bath every fucking day, it just feels like it's like unkept. Yeah, and also I'm rocking the Pablo Escobar's El Patron is Calling t-shirt. Yeah, my mom actually gave it to me. So yeah, that's that. Apart from that, well, what else? Nothing really. Temperature was quite nice actually today, -2. The wind was a bastard. Like as soon as the wind blows, it's just fucking chilly as fuck. Which is like, you do not really want to spend a lot of time outside. But unfortunately, that was the only place that the stream, was working without any issues. So yeah, perfect. Actually, would be like having like a GoPro, or as I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy a DJI Osmo and put it somewhere here on the backpack strap. So I won't have to, basically hold the fucking phone everywhere, because that's get surprisingly tiring after a while. But and also it's convenience, and also the camera quality I think is going to be much better. Stabilization is going to be there. So yeah, that's that. apart from that, nothing else really. I was thinking actually maybe I end up watching something or the other. So what other movie that I have in mind? Let me just quickly check in my list. Yeah. Oh. One thing which the new thing is PM Modi announces free 30-day e-visa to Russian tourists. That's actually quite good, yeah. It's very nice. But oh my goodness, I hope the fucking Indians who fucking come are at least going to be fucking somewhat, well mannered. Also, fucking this lighting shows that I have huge fucking eye bags under my eyes. No fucking way did I have that bad of eye bags. I mean, Jesus, this actually looks even worse. No way. Wait a minute. Calm the fuck down. I don't really look that bad. Alright. Or maybe actually I do. Fucking hell. Yeah, fucking about the eye bags and my poor this thing. Yeah, I think I have pretty bad eye bags, so I need to properly, save myself. Save myself? Not really particularly save myself. I mean, yeah, look at this. I just took a photo and my goodness. Yeah. I mean, yeah, a little bit puffiness from the last night's alcohol binge. I have a cut on my nose. What the fuck? Why do I have a cut on my nose? It's a hair. It was a hair. Yeah. The eyebrows look fine. The damn eye bags. I have to do something about it. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, first of all, the main first thing is fixing the sleep schedule. Hopefully that'll help. And next thing, I mean, to be fair, things like my father has it, my brother also has it, so it's like it runs in the family. But I'm pretty sure there is some other way to like reduce it. Yeah, maybe I have to like buy some like patches or something and fix it. Yeah, sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. Actually, you know what? Let me turn this off because I end up forgetting that this thing is on, and I end up looking at my things and I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. The stream can see it. No. How many are actually? You see? Can you see my horrible eye bags? I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but fucking hell, I don't know. Sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, holy fucking shit, man, you look fucking 40. So yeah, that's that. About St. Petersburg trip, I think I'm not going to go this year. Yeah, I don't really want to unnecessarily risk it. So yeah, I was thinking of like, oh, you know what, I want to go to Georgia, but then I saw the temperature and it's like, it's going to be cold, and fucking hell, like a train or a plane ticket costs like around $50, right? While to, let's say, Georgia or Armenia or Azerbaijan, those three countries, the fucking thing it costs like around like $150 one way. So it is kind of a little bit pricey. Unfortunately, because of the war, I can't access Europe. Otherwise, bloody hell, you know. If it wasn't for the war, I'll probably get a Schengen visa, and every winter vacation I would probably Yeah, I'll probably actually, do it. I'll go to like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Moldova, like so many things, and it's like, yeah. Just, I'm just looking, I'm just looking in this map. I'm like, oh no, I can't access any of these things. No, I cry every time. But man, I'm not. It's fine. Of course, it'll be great if I could have had the opportunity, but if not, I'm not really particularly missing out on anything. I mean, yeah, sure, I'm missing out on fucking Europe, but it's like, okay, fine, whatever. It's not like some like, oh no, life changing thing, like, oh no, life is ruined. Nah. Yeah. Germany, Switzerland. I mean, Switzerland, fuck off, like, it's hell expensive. Germany also expensive. I mean, everything is fucking the euro, right? So everything's expensive. The entire Europe is expensive. So yeah. So yeah. But man, this year actually I've been to a lot of countries. I've been to India, I've been to Singapore, I've been to Hong Kong, I've been to Macau. So it's like, what? Shit. That's pretty good. Yeah. The Hong Kong, Macau, and the Singapore trip was actually, yes, definitely one of the highlights. I'm just looking at this map. Bloody hell, look at this. Look how tiny fucking Hong Kong is. This is in this entire fucking thing. I mean, yeah, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Dongguan. Ridiculously huge. Absolutely huge. Ridiculously huge. It's so huge that it takes time to fucking load the maps for me. Yeah. Shenzhen. Absolutely massive thing. Oh yeah. Fine then. Let me go and actually need to put this thing a little bit higher up. Fine, let me go grab the thingy and let me stick it through the microphone off. Same. This is it. This is it. I don't know actually. What the fuck do you even call this? In Russian, I don't know what it is. In English, I have absolutely no idea what the hell is it called. So yeah. Oh, look at that. It looks so good on stream. It looks way better on stream than it looks in real life. What the fuck? So yes, I'm thinking like somewhere like twisting, of course, twisting motion. So let's say, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? So I put you here, and then actually I don't think I need any tape to secure it. I think I can just twist it about. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. But also I need it to be a little bit movable, not very rigid. So how does it look? It looks ridiculous. Oh, it looks so fat on fucking stream, Jesus. Like in real life it doesn't look that fat on fucking thing, it looks like holy fuck, that's fucking ridiculous. It's Christmas, okay, it's Christmas. One must decorate the living space a little bit. This looks fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, this is like too much. What I had in mind is like, okay, fine, I was going to decorate it a little bit. Fucking thing absolutely covers the entire thing. Oh my god. No, it's fine. It's fine. It adds character to the stream. Exactly. Why not? Now it looks like I was thinking like one of the characters from like Monsters Inc. Or yeah, actually, you know what I'm thinking? One character from Monsters Inc. with like two legs. What is it? Monsters. It's the wait, let me see. I don't know why I'm into it. This guy is this color, but I was thinking about this one for some reason. I don't know. It just came out into my mind. Like this is what I think it. So yeah. Oh my god, Monsters University. When the fuck was it released? 2013. Oh my god, so long back. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. So long, yeah? 2013. Damn. So yeah, that's that. That's one thing for the stream. All done and dusted. Electrolytes, that's why the thing looks pink. Fucking hell. It's alright. I mean, yeah, like on stream, like I'm looking on stream, it looks fucking fantastic actually. It doesn't really look that bad. Let me just put it like this. It looks fine. It looks fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I think that'll be enough of decorations for that. Yeah. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, you know what thing? Like I'll do a cooking stream, but the problem with the cooking stream is putting the phone somewhere where it's like it'll be audible and it'll be visible what the fuck I'll be making. It's kind of like a very awkward position, to be fair. Yeah, I mean it's possible, but I just have to like basically think it through and put it. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, I just had a message. Also, one thing is, let me copy this thing onto the main screen with the face cam. Otherwise, you know what, I just end up forgetting it. So copy, paste reference. What the fuck did I paste? No, what the hell did I paste? Oh, it's a fucking cobweb. No, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I remove. Yes. Web, no. This is on, yes. Okay, so copy. Yeah, there you go. Kind of like my face hits it, but fine. There you go. Now on both screens it's all festive and shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we can. What do you say? Maybe we can play something. Maybe we can actually don't play something. We can actually see something. Oh no! Copyright music. No. Come on. Quickly. Quickly stop it. Ah. There you go. Alright. Fucking this thing is like the small tiny little bitsy, right? They reflect my lamp, my what's the sunset lamp, and sometimes the angle just comes perfectly right, just bounces the fucking thing into my eye. Ooh, yes, Christmas lights.
As we swiftly approach the end of November. As December
Oh yeah, no,
draws
let
so
me
near its
copy
here,
it
the
to
holiday season is upon us. And, as is tradition,
the
many
YouTube as
people
well.
will be stringing colorful electric lights all every which way, because why not? And, as is tradition, this person makes a video about the awful state of Christmas lights brought about by scientists who were so preoccupied with whether they could, they never stopped to think if they should. But before I launch into the tirade I've launched into half a dozen times now, here's an actual Christmas light storage tip I learned from a teacher in high school. When it comes time to put the Christmas lights away for the season,
There you go, look at that. How appropriate, huh?
Use the tried and true wrap them around your arm like an extension cord and then shove it all into a jewel bag.
Actually, I'm thinking like maybe because of the should like move the camera a little bit down, because my fucking thing is like it's like properly hitting the head. Oh, it's not really a big issue. Let me just see.
Taught me, because that's bad. Sorry, Dad, they just get way too tangled up and tend to break. Instead, take a rectangular piece of cardboard and cut a slit into its side near the end of its long edge.
No, actually, it doesn't look that bad. Like my head doesn't really
then,
touch it that much.
This is very important, start with the female end of a strand of Christmas lights and shove the wire down that slit. Now, simply wrap the lights repeatedly around the cardboard until you're back to the male end, like so. Now you can either stick the male end into the female end if there's enough room, or simply slide it into the other slot and you'll have a compact, flat.
What I just do is I just fucking just like bunch them up in like one single like circulus, and then that's it.
Thing with all your Christmas lights on them. If you do it this way, you will discover that they stack nicely into boxes
blinded by the
while
light,
remaining
but it was a reflection.
tangle-free. And so long as you remember to start wrapping with the female end, they function as a decent spool when it comes time to decorate next year. I am a full-on convert to this method of storing Christmas lights and wish to spread the knowledge. So there you go. And now, back to my regularly scheduled tirade. You see, I am old enough to predate the commercialization of LED lighting technology. When I was a youngin', we were still mostly shoving electricity through tiny tungsten filaments, which caused those filaments to get incredibly hot, such that they glow with a bright white light. That's just how light bulbs worked. And since the underlying technology produced a full spectrum white light output, if we wanted to produce colored light, we'd need to use filters, which removed certain frequencies of light and only let some through. This had two inevitable side effects. One, the filtering wasn't perfect, so the colors produced, while often quite intense and beautiful, weren't unnaturally pure. It does not look, for lack of a better word, electronic. Secondly, this filtering from a wide spectrum of light to a small sliver of that spectrum reduces how much light escapes the bulb, causing those colored lights to be much darker than their clear counterparts, particularly the cooler colors on the shorter end of the spectrum, such as blue and green. Now, I am fully familiar with that Douglas Adams quotation, which says, "Anything that is in the world when you're born is normal and ordinary and is just a natural part of the way the world works." And while I'm sure there's some wisdom there relevant to my whole deal, the part that follows about stuff which hit the scene in your teenage to early adult years being new and exciting only sort of applies to me. Because, you see, while I absolutely love what the light-emitting diode has done to make the world better, it has made Christmas much, much worse. Now, instead of decorating with warm and pleasant festive lighting, we are decorating with horrid points of flickering, saturated colors that belong in a gaming
Unacceptable.
PC.
Unacceptable.
And not even like a good one. Why is this? Well, because LEDs are actually only capable of emitting light of a single wavelength. This means they produce a single and very pure color. Now, when it comes to white LEDs, there's some trickery involved. Every modern white LED you'll ever see is actually a hybrid between an LED and, believe it or not, good old fluorescent lighting technology. The actual diodes produce blue, or as is increasingly common these days, a purplish near UV light. So to fill in the rest of the spectrum, a yellow dab of various phosphors sits in front of the diode and converts the high frequency light it produces down to various lower frequencies, which cluster together well enough to trick our eyes and brains into thinking it's actually white. We've gotten incredibly good at this. While cheap and nasty LEDs are still on the market in the bargain bin, any decent LED fab these days is capable of producing incredibly good white LEDs that produce light which is nearly indistinguishable from an incandescent filament. And of course, we're now able to embed the actual blue or purple diodes onto a substrate in such a way that we can make very convincing mimics of incandescent light bulbs. This is all innovation I'm 100% on board with. And when people care, we can even do stuff like combine diodes of different color temperatures into a single product for producing a fixture or bulb with a selectable color temperature. Or, as is my favorite application, automatically shifting the color temperature down as light intensity decreases to mimic the warming effect of an incandescent bulb on a dimmer switch. You can build that directly into a light bulb, which means you can use old-fashioned dimmer switches to control newfangled light bulbs, and you don't even need an app. Philips used to shove that tech into pretty much every kind of light bulb they sold, but not enough people seemed to notice how good of an idea that was, and now it's annoyingly hard to find. Even their own website filter doesn't work. You people need to start caring about lighting more than you do. I'll rant more about that later, but back to Christmas lights. While we have had the capability to produce extremely good white LEDs for a long time, and while the market clearly understands that there are lots of people who want the energy efficiency and long life benefits of LEDs, but who also want to have the aesthetics of old hot glowing wire light bulbs, that memo just never gets received by Christmas light manufacturers, because year after year they end up putting Christmas lights on the market which look like these old ones. Now, instead of taking a white light and filtering it down to various colors, each light produces its own wavelength, which leads not only to oversaturated colors, but, especially in the case of multicolored light sets like this, which have blues and greens, overly bright colors which overwhelm the rest and result in a garish blue-green color palette, which, while admittedly a matter of taste, I find to be the exact opposite of warm and inviting. It's Christmas time, not the enchantment under the sea dance. Now, the really frustrating thing here is that the solution to this problem is obvious. Do what everyone already does with regular old light bulbs and make old-fashioned looking things using modern technology. Produce Christmas lights with warm white diodes that then have a color filter over them like we used to have to do with incandescent lights. For years, I was making YouTube videos where I would buy cheap, warm white LED sets of Christmas lights and color them by hand with various materials to demonstrate that A, this could be done, and 2, it works reasonably well. I was never completely happy with any of my various experiments, but this was just a silly thing I did every year to hopefully prove a point and inspire someone with an R&D budget to take action. And as many of you know, this is finally starting to happen. A few years ago, I learned about True Tone bulbs, the passion project of a designer who had the exact same bugbear as me, but who actually bothered to do something about it. True Tone started out making LED C7 and C9 light bulbs, which actually looked exactly like the incandescent bulbs they replaced. And they are truly great products, which I can personally vouch for. I love them. But they weren't making mini lights yet, so I just kept making the same video year after year. Then, last year, my friend Dan let me know about Vinteglow lights, and these were almost perfectly targeted at me specifically. This is my preferred color combo of red, yellow, green, and blue, and they executed the idea much better than any of my experiments could. I did have a few nitpicks, but, well, those have all been taken care of. This is a set of Generation 2 Vinteglows, and they are a near spot-on
Yeah, they look
perfect
better,
match
yeah.
to the incandescent light sets.
Definitely look better.
Also of note, for those of you who would prefer the more traditional 5-color combo, that's now an option. Now, I do want to point out that in a dozen sets of my Gen 1 Vinteglows, I did find one where a strand lost a section. I'm sure it's fixable, and each set included some spare bulbs, but it's probably going to be annoying to fix, and I haven't gotten around to it right yet. I might do that for Connextras, but it'll be a couple of weeks. But since so many of you know about my Christmas light opinions, I tend to be alerted to the existence of new options on the market, and this year there were a couple of developments worth sharing. This puts me in a bit of an odd spot because I very much want True Tone and the Vinteglow line from Marico to succeed as businesses, but both of them are carving out a very specific niche, and that makes their products relatively unattainable, both from a cost perspective and simply where to get your hands on them. I've had correspondence with both founders now and have learned some very interesting things about the Christmas light industry. It's clear that the actual creative direction which is producing these better lights is coming from them. The biggest problem with Christmas lights today is that nobody at the big box stores who is in charge of ordering them for the year really cares that much.
Yeah, I mean,
and
majority of
simply
people don't
takes
really,
whatever
yeah.
options the overseas factories that barf them out present to them.
Exactly, yeah. The cheaper the discount, okay,
But True
fine.
Tone and Maryco are quite a lot more persnickety, so I want to make sure they get the credit for sparking much of what has happened, and I'm sure will happen in the future. But I also get the sense that both of them will feel a sense of accomplishment if the broader Christmas light market gets a little less intense and a little more warm and festive. So, with that, let's look at this copycat. I was a little too late, as you might have been able to tell, getting this video started, so I had to drive to a pretty far away Target to get these, and the only option were these net lights rather than simple strings, but there now exists a Sylvania branded traditional glow set of Christmas lights, which are pretty good. These appear to actually be made of glass, so this is pretty much the best way to create traditional looking mini lights with LEDs rather than filaments. But the green's not great. It's more like a jade or forest green than the emerald green I'm used to in Christmas lights. Honestly though, that's really the only problematic color. This is not my favorite color combo. In fact, it's my least favorite, but it's a very standard one, and I think most people buying these will be happy. And it's a good sign that these are sold out already, while there are plenty of other options still available in the store. So perhaps signals will get to the appropriate people in charge of ordering Christmas lights for next year. And speaking of sold out copycats, I was also alerted to this vintage option for sale at the Home Depot this year, which is, as far as I know,
Ooh.
the first copycat of True Tone's Jewel Tone lights. Now, this is as good a look as you're going to get. I would have absolutely bought a set to compare them, but again, they were sold out throughout my area, which I will take as a very good sign. People know this looks better, but haven't been able to get them until quite recently. But while these are at least getting the concept correct, the quality of the color coding doesn't look that great. The blue is extremely faded. That might as well be a cool white. Now, it's possible that it was a darker blue when this display was first switched on, but if the color was able to fade that much in an indoor display, that doesn't bode well. For comparison, this set of True Tone Jewel Tone lights was outdoors for 2 seasons, and they still look great. And now, a small diversion on nomenclature. Of course, I checked out my mostly Midwestern mega merchandise mecca, Menards, to see what they might have in store, and I have one positive thing to say, along with several very negative things to say. I got excited by the packaging, which had been revised for 2025 and which was touting classic incandescent glow. But that was just pure lies. This is the same product I got my hands on last year, though I can't remember if there was a twinkling option or not. I checked the steady version and it had identical colors, and their clear colored C7s and C9s are just as horrendous as before. So, whoever your supplier is isn't getting the memo. Or else you haven't figured out how to write that memo yet. So what's my positive thing to say? Well, Menards is rolling out the term vivid for some of their other multicolor options, and I think they might have stumbled upon a great way to distinguish between monochromatic LED Christmas lights for you freaks which like that for some reason, and the more pleasant vintage versions I'm yearning for. They need to actually get their vintage line to look decent before I can really give them credit, but I think vivid versus vintage is a good distinction. Though I also think the traditional
yearning for the
glow
true
works
color.
well. I'm starting to think a big issue with modern lighting is that many people simply don't have very broad vocabularies to describe the qualities of light. So while they can describe something as looking off or harsh or unpleasant, it can be difficult to communicate the specific reasons. A simple distinction like vivid and vintage might be just the trick. And now, a second diversion on color combinations. For this video, I checked out a different mostly Midwestern mega merchandise mecca, Meijer. For those who aren't familiar with Meijer, which is probably most of you, It's essentially Walmart, but run out of Michigan by a different family.
Mm.
Now, they didn't have anything really notable, except they are still selling incandescent twinkling light sets, branded as Philips, oddly enough. My first Christmas light video was about these things, and I love them a lot, so I was happy to see them for sale, and bought some. Many more than two of them. But then, I discovered that the Philips branded multicolored sets for sale at Meijer were a color combo I haven't seen in the wild since I was a little kid. Red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Though you might call it magenta. This is the color combination of my grandparents' Christmas tree, and it hit me right in the nostalgia. And it also made me realize something. In the past, I have said I want none of those purples or pinks. But that's not strictly true. I am actually completely cool with there being a fifth color so long as it's distinct from the rest. That's why I don't like these sets with red, orange, and pink. Those three colors are simply too similar, and it means you end up with what blurs into an orangey red mess with scant pops of blue and green. This combo swaps orange for a bright yellow, which actually stands out from red, and rather than a pink, which is simply a lighter red, it has a true magenta between red and blue, so it also stands out as a separate color. Here's a comparison between the more intense purple here and the paler pink of a more typical set.
Almost the same. What
I
the fuck?
realize most of what I'm doing here is rationalizing a subjective opinion, but I really do think it's important to have very distinct colors to make a pleasing combination. I like the red, yellow, blue, green combo because each color stands apart from the rest, but the much more common red, orange, pink, blue, green has three warm colors which all just smear together. This 5-color combo with yellow rather than orange and purple rather than pink manages to have 5 colors which are all very distinct from one another, and so the addition of that purple doesn't bother me. In fact, I like it. And since the multicolored twinkling sets also have that combo, well, you know I bought a bunch. I put them in my tree this year, though I will be honest, it might be just a bit much. There's a thin line between Christmas cheer and tacky, and this is right up against it. I'll see how my opinion changes once I get the ornaments on there. So there's really not a whole lot more to this video, but I want to circle back to True Tone and Vintaglow. If you're after the sorts of Christmas lights that I am, I would strongly encourage supporting their efforts directly. I know the folks at these companies are the reason the situation is starting to improve, and they're even more persnickety than I am. I've purchased products from both companies and have been extremely happy with them. Links to their store pages are in the description, though my tardiness means a lot of stuff is already sold out. I'm not a very good Christmas lights influencer, but I am apparently enough of a Christmas lights influencer to get the inside scoop on some new products they have in the pipeline. However, once again, I'm in a bit of an awkward spot because True Tone and Maryco are competitors. I like what both of them are doing, and since Maryco focuses primarily on mini lights, while True Tone focuses primarily on C7s and C9s, I feel like they complement each other quite well, and you will not catch me picking favorites. So, I will just say, they both have some really cool new stuff coming which I am excited to see. And if you've been afflicted with Christmas light issues similar to mine, or perhaps even ones I don't have, such as a sensitivity to flicker, I think it would be worth signing up for their newsletters. They really are the epicenter of good, nostalgic Christmas light innovation and are actually getting it done. So, kudos to everyone at both companies. But I will take it as good news that other brands and stores are finally starting to get it. Slowly, but surely. People genuinely want Christmas lights that look like this, but you have to make it clear that it's something special, and you have to have it on display and actually lit. So many people have sent me hopeful things to investigate, which turn out to be disappointments. You can't just put the word vintage
Provide what the
on
people
the packaging
want.
and hope that'll
Do
work,
it,
Menards.
please.
People
They're
can see
begging.
what's wrong with modern Christmas lights, but
But
they might
actually
not
for
have the
me,
best
my goodness,
words
again
to
the same thing.
describe it.
Actually, for me, I don't really particularly mind that much. Yeah, for all the lights that I mean, the lights are a little bit brighter, that's for sure. And for example, like if you like kind of like look at the window, for example, if you want to see something which is outside, yes, they do become too bright. I mean, fucking LEDs, what can you really expect, right? But for the amount of like light that they produce and how cheap they are, that's the that's the sacrifice that they gotta do,
If
man.
some actual effort is put into creating a best of both worlds product, people will buy it. But it has to be real effort.
Yeah, exactly. It
These
should be cheap.
Sylvania lights
It should be good
are
enough. It should be cheap
close,
enough.
but there's a good distance to go. And their white strands, while solidly above average, are still using quite cheap diodes. This white is too pink and color rendering is poor. Vinteglow proved last year that you can source these tiny little diodes with excellent light output. Genuinely, their clear mini lights are incredibly good and nearly indistinguishable from incandescent. But it takes a lot of work to keep overseas suppliers from cheapening out just a little too much, and the big box stores don't seem too inclined to do that work. And now I'm going to finish this video up with an unscripted section where I talk about some of my other LED related complaints. I've written down a list of things to cover, and here we go. We'll start with a callback. You people need to start caring about lighting more than you do. I meant two things by that. First, we're now in a place where LEDs are so good and so efficient and so cheap, as well as cheap to operate, that overlighting your environment is very easy to do. One of the reasons I don't like modern Christmas light displays is because they're just too bright. No lights like this are very bright at all because these are bare filaments you are staring directly at. This is supposed to be in your line of sight, so the thing you're looking at needs to be very dull, otherwise it's going to strain your eyes. And a lot of modern Christmas light installations are horribly bright. I got caught off guard by someone who decorated way before Thanksgiving on my drive home. And geez, it was like they had a billboard in their front yard. That's not good. But it's not just
Yeah,
Christmas
that's like
lights.
too much of.
One
But
thing that has
the thing is, like, it's
also
not just
happened,
LEDs that he has, right? Because like what he has like many other
that's not
things. For
good.
example, like this. I mean, this is definitely it. So if you like if you remove this, and this, and of course the kind of like the lights which are like facing against the building, I think it will kind of look a little bit milder, but still, yeah, definitely bright.
But it's not just Christmas lights. One thing that has also happened is I think LEDs have changed standards people have for lighting in a largely bad way. I've talked about this before when I made my video on switched outlets. We are now very used to having central overhead lighting, which is extremely bright, and that means a lot of people these days will look at more traditional lighting environments where you have things like table lamps and task lighting and complain that there's not enough light. Whereas what I think is really the case is you've gotten used to very cheap and bad lighting. I challenge you to figure out the difference between a single overhead saucer light and a bare light bulb hanging on a string. It's not actually that different. The saucer light is probably a little more aesthetically pleasing, but the pattern of light that it shines in the room is almost identical to a single light socket on the ceiling. And I think you would agree that's not good enough, but because LEDs are now so bright, you can have enough light to see in the room with a single point of light. And I honestly think people are just getting used to that, even though it's bad. It's really bad. One thing I've seen a lot of people complain about is hotel rooms, because hotel rooms generally don't have overhead lighting, and they might have a light by the entrance to the room and then lamps throughout the room. I think that is actually a much more pleasant environment. But again, when you're used to having a single overhead light that illuminates the entire room from the center, oh well, then the room can look underlit. But I would challenge you to change your mindset to ask, well, what actually needs to be lit? Here's a great example. I changed the light fixture above my dining room table to this, not only because it's mid-century modern in a way that I very much like, but these light fixtures only direct light down. The previous light fixture had the bulbs able to shine in all directions, which meant the room was very, very bright, but it also meant I was looking at light bulbs when sitting at the table. This fixture, by directing light only down at the table, creates a very moody environment. There's almost no light hitting the walls at all unless I turn on my accent lights. That's the sort of stuff I would really encourage more people to be cognizant of and to play with. Lighting impacts your environment so much, but if all you want is enough light to see, you're probably going to end up with environments that are very harsh and very overlit. But continuing on that train of thought, there is a weird twist which I think has happened as we have made daylight balanced lighting available. I no longer get that hung up on people who claim to prefer daylight balanced lighting.
It's good. He
Still
doesn't
say
get
claims too,
that
because of
hung
what
up
I'm
on.
about to say. But I am increasingly convinced that the people who prefer daylight lighting in some contexts, I'm not going to say you can't prefer it, but I'm increasingly convinced that a lot of that is because if you have had an underlit environment before, like for example, you lived in a house which had a single boob light in the center with two 60-watt bulbs in there, then the only thing you have experienced with warmer lighting is badly lit and underlit environments. And if you swap those warm lights for daylight balanced light, your visual acuity will go up. So I think something that has happened is there's some combination of, I don't want to say unawareness, but poor awareness of the virtues of task lighting and directed lighting and having more sources of lighting in your home than just a single overhead light, and not recognizing that it's not the color temperature that makes that environment look underlit. It's the fact that there isn't enough light in enough places. What I'm trying to say here is that LED lighting technology has freed up a lot of new ideas, but it has ended up changing our expectations in what I would say is a bad way. One of the things that we still have is wattage equivalents. We still look at light bulbs and say that's a 60-watt equivalent or a 100-watt equivalent. And that's because it was, in the incandescent days, a fairly consistent amount of light output per watt. And now that LEDs have broken way beyond that level of brightness, I think it's just quite easy for us to expect brighter lights in the same location rather than expecting more lights spread out to have a more pleasant environment, which is more evenly lit. I'll just put it like that.
I don't think so.
How am I doing for an unscripted section? I'll tell you, I don't think I'm doing pretty great because my next thing is a thing I already talked about. But to reiterate, I guess, I really feel like people these days are less interested in replicating certain kinds of lighting, like using additional lamps or directional light. And this has resulted in a lot of overlit environments, which is changing people's idea of what enough light is. One example, there's a house that I drove by that was built in the last couple of years, and they've got some exterior eaves lighting.
That's the thing.
Basically can lights in the eaves.
No.
And my God, they are just way too bright. There's way too much light being fired out of these eaves of this house, and it looks horrendous. It does not look good. But I really think more and more people are just expecting cannons of light now that the LED can do that for us. But maybe we shouldn't. And for another great example of just because you can doesn't mean you should, if you haven't already run across these, there are now really convincing LED alternatives to neon tubes. And I'm talking like traditional neon signs made of bent glass tubes. I'm a little sad for what that's doing to the neon industry, but it's a lot easier to work with and you don't have to deal with blowing glass, etc. However, so many of these products, while they look great, are way too bright. It's as if nobody who makes them has ever seen an actual neon sign. And the trouble with making it brighter is that, especially when you think of something like a neon sign, the contrast is against a dark background, the night sky. And if you have something with an ornate shape which is being illuminated, if it's too bright, you can't read it. There's a lot of new Christmas decorations that are coming out that have that sort of LED neon look to them. And the thing is, they're so freaking bright that if you have them outside, you're never going to be able to tell what that is. Like, I've seen a Santa head, which is just going to look like a red and white blob from any reasonable difference. They only look correctly illuminated in already very bright environments. So this is what I mean about the LED is great because it means we can make really bright lights in really small spaces, but it's so easy to go overboard. And I wish more people were thinking about that as a possibility. And for my last LED hot take, this is something that is more vibes based than anything else, but I wanted to bring it up. I truly believe that when you have too much freedom in design, this can be a bad thing. One of the things that the LED is letting us do now is create these incredibly interesting light fixtures and whole new kinds of light fixtures, which are very cool. But when you have that completely unlimited freedom, sometimes you end up making a lot of stuff that looks cool but isn't very functional. Whereas, on the other hand, when we used to have to design around standardized light bulbs, that led to a lot of really interesting creations. And so, in a sense, I am truly bummed by what the LED has done because it's now so cheap, so easy, and so reliable for the most part that we have made some really visually interesting things that just don't actually work that well as light fixtures. And I've had this thing going on where I feel like a lot of sectors of the economy and industries, etc., are losing their sense of purpose. And I think that the LED is a great example of that, where now that we have brighter, faster, cheaper, stronger, we just do that rather than thinking about what would actually be a really good application for this technology. And thus explains why it's taken 10 years for someone to do this
It's furious.
at a mass market scale. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the end. I didn't write anything for the outro either, so hopefully the music is fading pretty well. I think we're going to do that jazzy "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" I typically do on these videos, and I guess the only thing left to do is to cut to black.
Alright. Christmas lights. Christmas lights, Christmas lights. Oh. Fishing.
It's a negative 1.9 tide today, and my wife said she wants some uni, so I'm going to get her some. And if you never had uni before, or if you don't like it, I'm going to prepare it in a way that will make you love it and crave it every night. Maybe not every night, but low tide is at 3 p.m. today, so I'm going to go get some breakfast first. I guess you'd call this a king tide, because right now it's high tide and it's 7 feet. And later it's a negative 1.9, so over an 8-foot tidal change. At low tide, you'll be able to walk out over a mile in this lagoon.
Connection is for some reason quality is a bit off.
Can you get one white clam chowder, please?
One white chowder. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Spud Point Crab Co. One of the best chowders I've ever had. I'm not going to crab here, but this is a really good crabbing spot. East Shore Road, Bodega Bay. Don't say I told you. I've been there for about 15 minutes. Didn't see a single crab get pulled up, so must be kind of slow over here. We still got a lot of time, but I'm gonna hike down and see if I can get to the uni spot.
I hit Interstate 80 and I'm rolling.
Stomach's like rumbling very hard. Fuck yeah.
Dressed for success though. Still a little bit early. It's 1 o'clock and the low tide is a little bit past 3. So we got a little time to kill. We'll look around and see if we can get to the spot right where they are so we don't waste any time. Oh man, that's a lot of good wood to make a driftwood raft out of. I don't see any buoys though this time. The one thing about sea urchin, if you get some good ones, they're usually going to be big, like the big red ones, the big black ones, and it would be really difficult to hike out with more than 2 or 3 of those. So I'm gonna shuck them out here, get all the good stuff out, save about 95% of the weight. Now the question is, are we too late in the season, or are these sea urchin going to have a good yield? For all you guys who don't like uni, maybe you never tried it, or maybe you've had it and it just wasn't your thing, this is what you have to do to make it the best thing ever. Get you a nice fatty piece of Wagyu steak. If they don't have Wagyu, get yourself a ribeye. Look at all that fat marbled in there. This steak was $39.99 a pound, so this is just under a pound. Salt this thing up, throw a piece of uni on there. It's the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. It is so good. It's better than uni just by itself, and it's better than just the steak by itself too. The nice thing about it is that the uni and the steak are so rich by themselves that you really don't need too much to get satiated. You don't need to spend all the money on this Wagyu steak and have it by yourself. This will be enough for 3 or 4 people. Even if you come out here and you don't get anything at low tide, it's always a special time because they're so rare. You know, anything under a negative 1.5 only happens a few times every year. Oh man, while we wait for the low tide to come, a little monologue. Just been thinking about how much life changes after you have kids. You know, I've got 2 boys now, 1 daughter, just turned 3, and she's the most precious thing in the world. Love her so much, she's growing up so fast. And these times when they're young go by so fast and they're so innocent. And I just want to make the most of it and spend as much time with them as I can. We're even thinking about homeschooling our kids for a lot of factors, but also just like they're at school so many hours a day, and if they could spend that time with us while we still teach them, oh man, I don't know, it just seems like the right thing to do. And at the same time, I hear so many people who are on their deathbeds and the regrets they have in life. And so many people say that they wish they had spent more time with their family and friends instead of pursuing some business venture, trying to accumulate wealth, accumulate things that in the end don't mean much, right? So I'm trying to take what they say to heart and not be one of those guys who's on their deathbed regretting all the time that I missed that I could have spent with my kids or my wife or my friends. That's kind of where I'm at right now, and it's just like there's so many crossroads as you go on in life, and it's tough to make the right decisions on when you come up to one, but I'm trying to make the right decisions. So
Yeah,
just don't be that guy regretting things in life.
it's a difficult thing to control one aspect and the other aspect of life. You know, like you have to balance it out. It's like it's very difficult.
Hopefully not. Another hour or 2, the tide will be low enough. I'll be able to get some uni. I'll be able to see a big smile on my wife Sarah's face when I bring it home too. I wish they were out here with me now, skipping rocks, playing in the sand, playing in the water, smiling, laughing, making memories. You know, that's what it's all about. Look at these rocks. Unlimited, perfect rocks to skip. Unlimited. Look at this. Look at all this. This is a rock skipper's heaven over here. Beachcomber's heaven too. Look at all these cool rocks. All different patterns. I really like this rock with the white and black. I should take a rock home from every trip and kind of memorialize the adventure. Just look at the rock and all the memories come back from looking at that one rock. Alright, I think that's enough philosophical stuff like that. I mean, I guess there's not much to do while we wait to get the uni. Going around foraging while I wait. Here's a nice one. Don't really have a use for it today though. I've never been here before. This area looks kind of promising. See if we can find any urchins over here. I think we still have at least an hour. Hey, what do you know? Actually, here's one. Still alive. Not really what we're looking for, but at least this will give us an idea if there's anything in these. Hey, not bad. For the little guy, that's a lot of yield.
Ew. Yucky, 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 yucky,
Wow,
yucky, yucky.
way more than I was expecting. Pretty good. Oh, I can't wait to have that with steak. I'm looking for the big black or big red ones.
Big black.
Oh, I bet these are gonna be good. I wasn't expecting to find anything, so I left my backpack and my tools all the way back home, but there's a few here and there. we're getting to the spot, I guess. There's a few nice ones. Oh yeah, look at that. Another one here. For these purple urchins, this is about as big as you're gonna get. And there's nothing worse than an urchin spike breaking off in your finger. So be very careful
Oh
when
my
you're
God.
handling these. You don't trip and fall. There's little tiny barbs on each one of these spikes. And they really are difficult to get out. No giant ones, but there's a few good ones. Ton of these little guys. And I bet the bigger ones are just out of reach. But they'll appear soon. When you see shiny rocks like that, or shiny seaweed like that, that is the most slickest stuff you'll ever step on. So it's better to walk around with 3 points of contact. I was only expecting to get these after 3, and it's only 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna start shucking some of these and put them in my container and maybe even start cooking that steak. This is that slippery stuff. And if you have to walk on them, try to find the flattest spot possible. I've seen many people walking back from the tide pools with bloody knees. If you're gonna clean these sea urchin and transport them this way, you should really have a large container to give them 2 or 3 baths and get them really clean before you put them on ice. This is gonna work out great. I practically have this cleaning station in the tide pools and I don't even need my buckets.
There's a
Also
bucket.
looks good. A lot smaller than the first one. But that's why I'm trying to look for the big red ones and the black ones, because you get so much more yield for the same amount of work. Oh, wow. The other one was much more of a yellow-brown color, but this one is like bright orange. Let's see if there's any flavor difference. Flavor's not as strong as that one, but it's good.
I don't know. Those like sea urchins, mollusks.
If you watched my
And the
video
thing
from
that
years ago, I never liked
no,
it, but
I could not. I
now
could
just having it alone,
never bring myself to eat this.
but
Nah.
it's good.
Maybe it's like if it's like fried or something, yes, but like
I've
raw,
spent about
fuck no.
15 minutes shucking
way.
these 4, and this is the yield on the last one. A little bit bigger.
Look at this.
It's good.
No, it's not.
That was the first, second,
Ah.
and third. All
Ew.
different colors, but they taste about the same. What I really need is a team. Some people to go out and get them, and some people to shuck them back here. All these are about equivalent to one big one. So I gotta find some big ones. And the sun is starting to go down, so I better get a move on. That is a sad looking haul so far. It only takes one big one to turn things around though. Hey, this is kind of cool to see. You don't see this every day. Nice size abalone right there. That would be a keeper.
The fuck is that?
You know, if abalone season was open, you see abalone, there's a good chance to see those big urchin too. Man, it's hard to walk on this slippery stuff. I'm slipping all over the place. But the tide is definitely low enough. Waves are kind of breaking far out now. They can't get in here anymore. Urchins, where are ya? There's a bunch of small ones. The big ones are usually mixed in with the small ones, but usually on the bottom more. Don't see any yet. Look how these sea urchin are following the seaweed, because that's what they eat. Yeah, baby! Found one! Alright, now I know I'm in the spot. This is what I'm talking about right here. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! There it is! Look at the size of that thing! Thing is a monster! If I can get like 4 of these, that would be equivalent to like 30 of the purple ones. Now, if you're trying to do urchin, keep the population under control, yeah, it's the purple ones that are causing the problems. That's why abalone season is closed. But if you're going for urchins to eat, that's the one to get. Since we got this one and the tide is still going out, I'll shuck it, and then we'll see how big this one is. Oh, that feels good. Oh, it's crawling around in my hand too.
Yeah,
All right, we
fucking
got a big
cross.
one. A
Jesus.
really nice one. Let's see what's in here. Just gonna shuck it the same way.
Oh, fuck no, Jesus, that's disgusting.
Crazy little creature, huh? Whoever saw this thing and said, I want to eat that?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's loaded. It's loaded.
Some people, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Clean this out. I don't even want to show you yet because this is some spectacular stuff right here. Oh my gosh. Alright, look at this yield compared to the other ones. And this is the sea urchin's mouth. Right there, you take that out. Wow! Oh my gosh! That's as good as you can get. Oh my goodness. It's so firm. It's not milky at all. This is going to be the perfect gift for Sarah. And the perfect thing to go with the steak. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm not even the biggest urchin fan, but just finding something like this is really rare. From shore. It's like PB urchin.
Never,
Just look
no.
at these three
Would not
pieces.
want to. Would not want to put that in my mouth.
Crazy, huh? And there's always five of those things in one sea urchin. All right, let me try a little bite. Look what I was wasting my time on earlier. Is that crazy? Look at this little thing. Still good though. Almost sweeter. Well, I think the most efficient thing for me to do right now is to cook this steak, which I kind of mangled trying to get this thumbnail picture, and basically just have the uni with it. I got the cast iron. Please don't tell me I forgot the propane. All right, I think I have everything today. Didn't forget a thing. Get this piping hot. Generous amount of salt. There's pepper on there too. Right on the cast iron. The steak's fatty enough. I don't need any oil at all. Oh yeah! I know you're probably going to disagree with me on this, but one thing I found with having the uni with the steak is if you overcook the steak, it doesn't really matter. Because the uni is just so rich, it's like adds the perfect texture back to any steak. It's almost better if it's overcooked a little bit, especially if it's a Wagyu. Can't believe I'm about to have this whole steak by myself out here with the uni. Oh my gosh, I was only gonna eat half, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat it all. Oh yeah.
I mean, the steak,
Oh,
of course, is
yeah.
gonna look good.
We'll let that rest. Oh my gosh, that thing is juicy. Oh my gosh. So good. Really nice treat to have once in a while. I'd say that's perfect. Little fatty piece right here. Oh man. I'm gonna take a piece of that steak, take a big old chunk of that uni, and enjoy.
Maybe how?
Oh man,
Yes,
that's
how did it
super
look?
rich.
Jeez,
That was
I missed it. How did it look?
a chunk of that uni. Oh man.
So it's basically a steak, and on the steak he
Really
puts
nice
the
treat to
uni,
have once in a while.
the sea urchin.
I'd say that's perfect. Little fatty piece right here. Oh man.
Well,
I'm gonna take a
looks
piece of that steak,
looks like a fucking steak
take
to
a
be
big
fair,
old chunk of that uni,
but it's
and
raw.
enjoy.
It's raw though.
Oh man, that's super rich.
Oh my god, no, I
That
could
is
never.
Super rich.
I
That's
could
a good
never.
combo. Half fat, half meat. I think one of those giant uni is just, it's almost too much. So, just a little piece. Dude, this one sea urchin, I haven't even eaten half of it yet. One of those sea urchin will go for about $25 or more if you bought it fresh from a boat. That's good, man. Really good. I only got this little chunk of meat left. I'm actually gonna save this for when I do the walk up the hill. I'll have something to chew on. If you don't like sea urchin, I think trying it like this is worth a try, at least once. Every winter and every summer, there's always a few negative 1.9, even up to negative 2 tides. So keep an eye out on those. They always increase from a negative 1.1 to a 1.5 to a 1.9 to a negative 1.4 to a negative 1, and then back up again. So if you see that big one, you have several days on either side of it. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
All right,
Don't
see
forget
you
to spend
soon.
quality time with your family,
Peace.
friends, and loved ones. Peace. See you on the next
Peace.
one. I found 4 more nice ones. That sure beats hauling up the whole sea urchin by itself. Perfect timing. Have a good one, guys. See ya.
All right, fine then. It's already 11. So I think I'm going to go and cook my buckwheat. So in the meantime, I think I'm going to play some videos. And yeah, you know what? I'll go. So what video? Okay, fine. Watch a movie. Hopefully, it'll get me views. Completely forgot. Wait. No. Tak. Screen. Okay. So copy. Okay. Do that. Copy the wrong thing.
And the 1 week I'm back in Manila, I wanna reconnect with some of my like older friends. I wanna reach out and see them and just be like hello, because when I started streaming, I never really. So I wanna be like, hey guys, so I'm Kashi now, and hello, I love you. If not, okay, goodbye, good luck. Because when I started streaming, I was kind of like self-conscious of what
Oh, all right. Put the buckwheat in, so that's absolutely fine. Put the jacket, the hoodie as well, because it's getting a little bit cold. So you know what, I thought, like, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit more comfier. So fine then. What do we have else? Mono. Do we have anything else? Huh? Do we? Do we not? Do we not? Do we not? No, actually, yeah. The second, what you say? The second channel. This is India VB 162. We use one view. Not bad, not bad. Good. Getting the views. Yeah, my goodness, this woman's fucking everywhere in my damn feed. This is a home. Maybe it's gonna be something interesting. I think it's interesting. Oh, Emerald.
Being yourself is definitely the most important thing. Even if you feel like you see everyone else doing something different, if you just be yourself, eventually people that are like you will come.
Emmy, better known as Emaru.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is so cool.
I'm so excited to have you and talk about so many of the barriers that you're breaking across the gaming industry.
Oh, she looks like she's gonna
You've
cry.
been nominated for Streamer of the Year the past 2 years
all
in
right.
Streamies. You are one of the most
I mean, it's basically like you look attractive, put in the effort, be yourself, and the viewers, the views are gonna come. That's it. It's simple. It's damn simple. I'm not throwing shade or anything at them. I think she's a lovely person, but yeah, definitely much easier for women to gain views and on social media as compared to men. Unfortunately, that's the case. So yeah. What do we have? Let's turn it into my face cam. Do we have anything interesting? Do we have anything? Or there's absolutely nothing. I don't think so, right? Because everything is the same. I mean, I still have 1 hour stream left to do. So I don't know what can be possible to do. Maybe some or the other video, which I'm thinking is the only thing that is acceptable. Right. So yeah, so how about I put something on, let's say. Oh my goodness, there's nothing interesting. Absolutely nothing interesting. So it's like, oh my goodness, what is there for me to watch? Yeah, I kind of got to the point where it's like, oh my goodness, everything is fucking boring. Nothing is worth anything. Is life worth living? Is it worth living? I have fucking no idea, man. Better be, man. Better be. So yeah. So Nothing interesting. Can't see anything, so let me just, I don't know. Let me not sit in fucking dead silence. Let me at least put some lo-fi and let it play. That's fucking loud, man. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Don't really want to throw shade or anything, but yeah, definitely, it's much easier. For example, like I have one friend, well, a pretty attractive woman. Out of nowhere, she decided, you know what, I'm going to become an influencer, and started uploading reels on Instagram, and uploaded around about like 12 videos. One video got 1 million views already, and other ones, in the thousands as well. Got 5,000 followers in the span of like I think like a week or something, and yeah, that's it. It's unfair, but what to do about it, right? Life is not fair. I think the main important thing to do is just to not compare, because comparison is a thief of joy, and just try to be better, become more successful, and that's it. Yeah, yes, it does help, but yeah. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. Even if I, for example, I don't really, yeah. Of course, like, it'll be nice having like thousands of views and stuff like that. But even let's say like 10 people, like 10 regular people coming in, joining in, my goodness, I'll be over the moon. But I guess even with, maybe I'm saying it because I have 0 views, right? Maybe afterwards, after some years, I'll get like 10 viewers. And then I'll be like, oh no, maybe if I get 50. Oh no, maybe if I get 100. And I think that's just never going to end. It's just always competition, always competing with the other people and with yourself, with your previous self in the past. So I think it's just never going to fucking end. So I think the better, more logical and more sane thing for your fucking mental is to accept some things and be happy with what you have. Yeah, and be grateful. Otherwise, my goodness, I think I'll just end up fucking going insane if I'll try, competing and comparing myself with everybody around me till the end of my life, because I don't think it's a very healthy thing to do. But no, everybody does that. Fuck off, everybody does that. And yeah, but I think sometimes you have to really think about it and like, you know what? Yeah, I think I think I should. Of course, you can compare it, but go to a certain limit. Just, alright, fine, compare myself to that. Because, well, actually, what's the fucking point? Yeah. Everybody's faith, I think, is written somewhere. So. Yeah. Alright, fine then. I think more 8 minutes, I think, and my buckwheat is going to be ready. So I think more 8 minutes of me chatting about. I think I'll put something, for the stream, and then I think that's it. Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't know actually. I'm thinking about whether to stream tomorrow or not. But probably not. Yeah, probably not. Kind of. Actually, yeah. Fucking hell. It's really the first week of first week. It is. Yeah, it is first week. It is first week of the new month, and I'm like, oh no, you know what? It will be an absolute delight. Is having a cold one right about now. But no, I can't. I made a promise. To myself. That's the most important thing. Actually, I didn't even make a promise to anybody else. I just made a promise to myself. I don't really want to let myself down. Yeah, sure. I can fine. I'll skip this day or whatever. I'll skip this week. What happens is this: I'll skip this day. I'll skip this week. I'll skip this month, and poof, the fucking year fucks off. And you even don't realize. Oh my goodness, where the fuck did the time go? It's kind of annoying, but yeah, what to do about it? Yeah. It's actually a very calming lo-fi. Very calming. And the visuals as well, yeah. And by the looks of it, I haven't received an email lately. It is copyright free. So yeah. It's very pretty, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, 30 minutes. I put something to for y'all to watch, and in the meantime, yeah. All right, fuck, I'm back. Oh, Mason, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. My goodness. Yeah, why the hell is this thing got stuck though? It got stuck. Why did it get stuck? I have no idea why, but yeah, thank you, Mason, just for the follow. Much appreciated. So yeah, so you know what absolutely fantastic idea I got, which I actually wanted to do for a long time. TikTok. How about I watch some TikToks? Because you know what, long form content, too much brain power. But for some reason, then why the hell is and he also Mason actually typed something in the chat which I can't really see on here for some reason. Oh my goodness, why? Technical difficulties, why? So something or the other, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Yeah, for example, I can see the chat here, but I can't see it in OBS. My goodness, something or the other. Fucking hell. Fine. So you know what I thought about? How about I log into my TikTok account and actually watch some TikToks? Because since I'm in Belarus and TikTok is not not banned. What the fuck did I just get? What the fuck is this? The first video that I fucking see on TikTok, and this is what I see. God damn it. So log in. How do I log in? I completely forgot. Did I use? I think I used my phone number. I think. Even I don't remember. I think I used my phone number. Wait, let me see. How did I log in? Wait, what did I log in? Yeah. Okay, so it's phone number. Phone number. Find creatures born from something similar to the reference. Yeah, eggs. So actually a good new interesting capture. Okay. I think that's it. Logged in. Perfect. For some reason I just see very weird videos. Okay, so that's it. That's good. Oh my goodness, I've never ever went on TikTok on this thing. So this is how it looks. Okay, so then I just do this.
The single easiest way that you can tell if
All right. Yeah, but one thing which I don't really understand is why the fuck is this chat showing up here, but not in my OBS? Why? Very interesting. Okay, how about I just send? Oh my god, what? The OBS chat is not working. What? I mean, it is working, but it's also not working. Oh my god, why? What, why? For what fucking joy is it not working? Bruh. Like, what's happening right now is like I just typed hi in the chat. So this thing, it does send the message, but it doesn't show up. How can I do? How can I refresh? Can I refresh it somehow? How can I refresh it? I don't know, refresh is not like an option to like refresh or something. Oh my god. It's supposed to work yet it doesn't work. Why? Fucking why? Okay. Hi, sexy. Nothing, just watching some videos, Puerto Rican, actually. Yeah. Okay, fine. So that fixed it. I just had to copy the paste and the thing is again, and now it works. Okay, fine. Back to TikTok.
Дубарь просто ненормально.
Well, for some reason, like every
Нет?
video is different from the
Я
other
с
one, like
девушками
in
не учили
aspect ratio.
разговаривать?
What's up with this one?
А в чем проблема?
Тебя не учили, что свистеть девушкам это некрасиво?
А шо мне тебе?
Oh, no.
Или шо, блядь?
Как ты базаришь, блядь?
Я вообще подошел спросить, может, пойдем с
Куда ты, блядь?
мобилу свою
Куда ты пойдешь? Нахуй ты пойдешь?
Ты что,
Отъебался от
блядь,
меня. Как ты,
охуела?
блядь, базаришь? Как ты базаришь, нахуй?
Что за кучерявый базар,
Хули
малая?
ты свистишь девушки на улице? Я спрашиваю, хули ты свистишь девушки на улице?
Ты что, прихуела за такой базар? Я тебя сейчас отхуярю.
Сказала,
там,
я
блядь.
тебе
Ты
сейчас
шо,
ебало
блядь?
сломаю. Нахуй пошел,
А
блядь.
ну иди сюда.
Нахуй пошел. Купила
Ooh.
конфеты. Дубарь просто ненормально. Ты мне?
Да.
Тебя сделал?
Jesus, man. Fucking Slavic woman, man. Don't fucking mess with them. Oh yeah, the same thing they're doing buses in Belarus. They don't do that shit. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? This entire fucking car. Christmas themed. That's life.
One of the most mysterious things that my doctor ever told me wasn't about sickness or aging or medication. It was about life and why most of us don't really live it. He told me something so strange I had to sit there for a moment and wonder if he was speaking to me as a physician or a philosopher. He said, you know, most people who walk into my office aren't sick. They're starving. And I was like, starving for what? He smiled, the kind of smile people make when they're about to say something that...
Знакомо ли вам такое чувство, когда вы встречаете какого-то человека из прошлого, с которым вы, допустим, относительно недавно расстались в каком-то негативном ключе?
Моему мэну сейчас звонила его бывшая.
Это что, брух? А еще не добавишь? Брат, это что? Это что, брат? Ты чего так возбудился?
Stay away from people in survival mode. Their pride turns into irrational behavior.
You need to use every unfair advantage that you have. If you're good looking, flirt with everyone. If you're strong, intimidate people. If your dad has money, open up a business with his money. If you don't use your advantages, I promise you other people are. You need to use every unfair advantage that you have.
Sad truth, yeah.
Скажите, кто лучше, Месси или Роналду?
Ой, ну вы и спросили. Но у меня внуки футбол смотрят, они говорят, что Месси лучше.
Здравствуйте.
Fucking artificial intelligence, man.
Наша банда самокассеров. Первый Ярик. Красава. Наша банда...
Кажется, я разгадал, по какой схеме люди после 25 выстраивают свою личность. Получаются вот такие политкоординаты с осями: спокойствие, суета, спорт и не спорт. Вот здесь суетные шосеры и фиксеры гоняют за своим спешлти кофе, конечно же, ходят на тренировки по теннису и пэдлу за 1 000 000 рублей. Встают на борт, ну или, по крайней мере, на шоссе на своем чопере. Здесь все любители бегать, хайкинга и походов, конечно же, становая, йога, пилатес, ну или, по крайней мере, заплывы на сапах или каяках. А сразу под ними все дачно. Всякие там глэмпинги, тихая охота, конечно же, рыбалка, грядочки и баня. В этом же углу появляются очень вредные для здоровья хобби: распитие пива, вина и настольные игры. В последнем углу все городское: бильярд, коллекция пластинок, диджеинг, рейвы, бархопинг по настоечным и каликам. А здесь, в самом углу неспортивной суеты, спрятался корпо-трудоголизм. Но главный вопрос: как быть, если ты сам жонглируешь этими личностями раз в пару месяцев? Кажется, я разгадал.
До только вот сегодня.
Fucking single
Я не
sausage.
успел заснять, она, короче, вот тут с краю лежала и просто на месте вот так прокручивалась. О, чекай, чекай. Щас.
Пиздец, гром на улице. А ты видел молнии какие?
Эй, парни, попробуйте авторские напитки. Синий дарует богатство, но облысеешь 25. Красный...
Ну все, братан, люблю тебя. До завтра. Алло. Я тебя люблю. Шо? Извини меня. Это меня что-то понесло. Спокойной ночи. Что ты делаешь? О чем ты думаешь? Сейчас 3 часа ночи. Точно. Видишь, как ты мне однажды на бутылку кофе.
Just the eggs.
Sometimes I wish my standards were low, so I could find the love of my life 8 times a year, like some of you. Okay, every month you got a new soulmate, a new, this feels different, a new, I've never felt this way before. Yeah, you have actually, 7 times since spring. We've been counting. Okay, like the emotional turnover rate is improving.
Yeah, he came back. There's a new DLC for GTA 5.
Соседи по дому решили вот скреативить.
Is that a swastika?
Ставили из машин 75. Ура!
Ah, that was fucking goddamn swastika.
Asking me why I'm still single. I don't ask you why you're still married. Yeah, let's keep the curiosity.
А жить надо ровно наоборот. Надо сесть на огромную машину, на 5-метровый джип, посадить с собой 5 прекрасных блондинок и уехать за город ебаться.
Do you know what? Let's do a show and tell. I'm gonna get...
Dougie.
Where are you even looking? Where are you looking? You don't have to do that to get my attention, okay? The way she's like slow blinking at me. She genuinely thinks she's better
His
than me.
ass
She knows.
is
Блять, такого еще не видел.
Do you know what? Let's do...
Wait,
Блядь,
okay,
так-
so the space
Do you know
bar
what? Let's do a
apparently
show-
skips the fucking
Блядь,
video,
так-
goes to the next one. How
Do
the
you know
fuck
what?
do you
Let's do a show and
how do you
tell. I'm gonna
pause
get-
this then? Okay. Okay.
Блять, так...
Do you know what? Let's do
Okay,
a show
fine.
and
And then if I want to pause this one.
Блять, такого еще... Блять, такого еще не... Блять, такого еще не
What?
видел.
The controls are fucking
Do you know what? Let's do a
little bit
show and-
uncharted. So for this one, because it's in the red square box, apparently it does pause.
tell. I'm gonna get...
But if I go for
Блять,
next
Johnny
videos and I want to
quit.
pause it,
Every
it doesn't do that. What the
situation-
fuck?
Johnny
It's very
quit.
interesting. Yeah, so
you
what
know
I
what?
will
Let's do
say
a
is,
show and tell. I'm
is the
gonna get-
ass literally like flat? How the fuck can you just
Where are
sit there
even
like that?
looking? Where are you looking?
Was it like using the
You
tail
don't
to
have
like
to do that
counterbalance?
to get my attention, okay? The way she's like slow blinking at me. She genuinely...
блять, такого еще не видел. А ТКшник пришел, зазор под сварку проверяет, блять, залез, блять, он фонариком светит, блять.
Johnny Quest. Okay, welcome aboard. Dr. Benton Quest. All right, have a good flight. Haji. Listen, you've been randomly selected for additional screening, but you didn't even type anything in. Look, if it were up to me, you'd be right there on that flight. But I'm gonna need you to take off your shoes and that lovely, hat. Sim, salabim! Yeah, I'd cut back on that.
Hey, Lois, I'd like you to meet our new friend.
Lois.
What? You guys know each other?
Know each other? Peter Jerome is an old boyfriend of mine.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was out of it. Wait, are we being robbed? Whoa!
Every situation I find myself in ever makes me feel uncomfortable and awkward.
Yep. Oh, it's getting this baby.
Yo, Mr. White, I'm going to touch you.
For some reason on the desktop app, lots of live streams. Yeah, I rarely get any live stream if I'm on the phone app.
No, seriously, dead ass.
Whoa. She just said dead ass. So cool and effortless. Did she practice or did it just naturally come to her? I wonder if she says brick when it's really cold too. I could never say dead ass. I'm still fighting the urge not to say YOLO. But
Вот как бы все.
Представь, вы общаетесь с девушкой, и ты начинаешь рассказывать про свои интересы, и рассказываешь, что очень сильно любишь поиграть в компьютер. И она вместо того, чтобы сказать «фу, задрот», говорит: «Вау, я люблю парней, которые играют в компьютерные игры. Кстати, могу ходить к тебе под стол и жестко сосать, пока ты играешь».
Okay,
You're getting more confident. This is what I like to see.
hell yeah. Yes. Streaming on 3 platforms, getting more confident.
You walk up, your chest is high. On some Superman shit. You're getting more confident. This is amazing. Because you start to believe in yourself now.
Yes.
You're probably working out. You have been working out. That's what it is. That's why you're getting more confident now. That's why. Wow. You're confident. How amazing it is. You walk and you know you're the shit. You feel good about yourself. You walk, chest poked out, head held high, smile on your face. You're getting more confident.
Yes.
That's amazing. Doesn't it feel good? You feel like you can walk through a brick wall. That's what life should be. You should feel confident. A little more confident now. That's good.
Hell yeah.
That's good. Amazing. Hey, keep doing you. That's amazing. Hey, look at your old self when you were shy and all that. Hey, you never knew you would be like that now though. Confident. You confident. You talking to people now. Look at you. You see what happens when you get in the gym? You lock in. You start looking good. You're getting more confident. Keep doing you. You're getting more confident. You're getting.
Капча искай, Кунтан, понял? Сейчас сиксета, пап. Тут тебе не проспект, тут яльчики.
Да я и не спорю.
Мать-одиночка с двумя...
У него, прикинь, сова сидит. Но он нас вообще не боится.
Oh my god, is it dead? Fucking hell.
Как ловят вип наша банда самокассеров. Первый Ярик.
Oh,
Красава.
horrible.
Ты студентка?
Да, молоденькая.
Молоденькая?
Угу.
Ты будешь моей маленькой послушной девочкой.
Конечно, конечно.
На колени.
Уже так быстро.
Ты студентка?
You can get wealthy while you're single. Single people.
Стать уверенным в себе человеком. Практически.
I do not play about...
На какой тебе на 16? Будешь конфетку? Молодец, но незнакомца нельзя брать.
Yeah.
Держи. Что надо говорить?
Спасибо.
Ah, just to be a monster can on a frozen lake, eh?
I didn't do fucking shit.
Driving can be really hard for autistic people.
Yeah.
Today I'm giving you the perfect daily routine if you're 18 to 34 years old. This
All
routine
right,
will make you productive,
in the range.
energized, and not a zombie who lives off Starbucks. But I'm not giving you some insane 18-hour grind schedule.
Right, all years
Forget the 4
listening,
a.m.
very hard.
workouts and green juice. This is a routine that works in the real world, the kind where you can still hang out with friends, scroll a little without hating yourself, and actually get things done. Question: do you know why 90% of people set a routine and fail within 48 hours? It's not because they are lazy or have no motivation. It's because they design routines that belong in Fantasyland, like planning to journal for 2 hours. Now tell me, who is actually going to sit and journal for 2 hours? No one. But look, guys, when you design your day the right way, your brain literally rewires itself to want discipline. So let's build that routine. First things first, your morning isn't sacred just because it's early. It's sacred because it sets the software update for your brain. 1. The wake up sweet spot. Forget the 4 a.m. club. You're not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, okay? You don't need to be up before the birds to succeed, and honestly, you're not about to flip tires in your driveway at sunrise. The sweet spot is between 6 and 7:30 a.m. because the world is dead quiet. It's just pure clarity. That calm hour is like free rent for your brain. Now, if that feels impossible...
Сейчас я покажу, как сделать простой и быстрый ужин из 2 ингредиентов, которые есть у каждого дома. Это очень простое блюдо.
Здравствуйте. Глицин можно один маленький, самый дешевый? 99?
Запить попутно, и вам нужно вообще...
Don't quit, women.
Друзья, вы помните, в детстве были у нас такие фуры счастья, которые Кока-Колу перевозят, по телевизору показывали. И кто бы мог подумать то, что фуры счастья сейчас будут выглядеть вот так. Здравствуйте, как зовут вас?
Меня зовут Влада Коко.
Коко?
Yes.
Что такое Коко?
Это первые 4 буквы моей фамилии.
Да похуй, как ее зовут, давайте лучше задумаемся. Харуки Мураками в книге «Бесцветный Скуру Тадзаки» пишет: ты, наверное, вернешься.
Who else matured and realized that, bro, a real...
I don't chase women, bro. Like, if I text her and she doesn't respond, she only has like 36 more chances before I stop because I don't play that. I don't chase.
These are the things that get me fucking angry in life. A bin inside a bin? What's a bin doing in a bin? Fucking hell, I've been here before. These are slow-moving vehicles ahead. Is there? Is there really? Because all I can see is a fucking tree. Slow-moving.
Psychology teaches us that oftentimes people who are treated right for the first time feel so overwhelmed with the
Черноход взорвет кегу, давай! Так ну не взорвал. Дубль 2.
What is this, plastic bottle? Is it filled with something?
На помойке.
Oh, don't do that, Jesus Christ.
Не, опять не взорвал. Дубль 3.
It's dangerous, hell dangerous. Oh, fucking hell.
Черноход взорвет.
Что показать?
Писюнчик.
Писюнчик?
Да, мне покажи, пожалуйста. Пожалуйста. Пожалуйста.
А ты что, не видел писюнчик, что ли?
Пожалуйста.
Тебе прям мой писюн хочется?
Очень хочу.
А ты меня что? А ты меня что тогда?
Whoa, did you just feel an emotion? That's not allowed.
Скажи слишком поздно. Я уже часть корабля. Скажи.
Просьба не завидовать. Я сейчас шел и понял, что мне наконец-то хватает денег до конца жизни. Просто вдумайтесь. Поебать. Просто поебать. Меня никто не понимает здесь нахуй. Мне так похуй.
Если вы боитесь проявляться в этом мире, подумайте о том, что ваше тело — это просто кожаный чехол, который носит душу. Нам так мало всем осталось. Жизнь такая короткая. Чем меньше мы придаем важность таким обычным вещам, по типу выложить видео в интернет, выступить на сцене.
Два раза ударь. Разрушители легенд.
Помоги нам.
Everything's gone. Just everything's gone.
That's AI, right?
Yeah, everything's gone, even my lighter and my deodorant. I was having so much fun with them.
That's AI.
Все просто попросили.
Молчали обе. Обе замолчали. Ни одну не хочу больше слушать. Папу хочу послушать.
Ah, yeah, this is the one.
Стыдно, Ваша честь. Просто я отец этого
Bridges
недоразумения.
is like fake, so staged.
Через 4.
Заходи, давай.
Ну как-то неудобно.
Да не стесняйся,
Милан.
Ксю. Ну 2 часа еще до спектакля. Что ты в подъезде?
Я не пойму, что вы плаваете со мной везде. Я куда ни поплыву, вы со мной плывете.
По той причине, то, что мне понравилась ваша попка.
Что понравилось?
Ваша попка.
Вы что себе позволяете?
Смотрите, я за вами смотрю еще где-то с лестницы на ресепшене. И
Transactional relationship. Excuse me, how much?
100.
Damn, that's expensive. Here you go.
The usual.
Yes, please.
Alright, you ready?
Yes. Excuse me, how much?
Алиса, какая самая длинная река в мире?
Самая длинная река Нил 6650 километров.
Oh my god, again the fucking chat is not fucking working. I just realized I'm fucking reading the small tiny here chat's like, oh yeah, somebody's typing something. It's not coming up in the OBS, that's why I've been fucking so quiet. I'm so sorry, Jesus Christ. Fucking so shy. Why is it not working then? I don't understand. It's, oh my goodness, I'm not shy. I'm not shy. The damn chat is not working on OBS. That's why I was missing this thing. I'm from Russia. What about you? I'm guessing Puerto Rico. Oh my god. What's up with this? Why the fuck does it want to work? Something's wrong with the Castle Labs. Something or the other is fucking wrong. It does not really want to fucking work for some reason. Fucking, even though I updated it, it still doesn't work. Yeah. There's not even an option to like update it. Why? I think okay, fine. So now it came, but usually it doesn't come. Why the fuck it doesn't come, man? Oh my goodness.
Значит, Амазонка длиннее, чем...
I'm not shy. The fucking thing was not showing up in my fucking OBS.
You're under arrest. The charge is espionage against China. I didn't do espionage. And
Wow, you speak English great.
Well, actually, I spent 3 years.
Уснула. В общем, просыпаюсь через 2 часа, смотрю, Марата нет.
Дорогая, ты что не собой?
Песни, которые не рекомендуется слушать. Самый лучший совет подростку. Это ни в коем случае.
This is my new ladyboy.
No, I'm ready.
Ladyboy.
Извините за долгое ожидание заказов.
English. See, sing, so, sing.
Ну, суд назначил. Широкий дохуя. Телебло не жмет. Тебя выключить? Ты что, сохранился или здоровье дохуя?
Бабуля, извините, случайно задел. Все нормально?
Нормально. Смотри, чтобы дальше нормально было.
Конечно. Здоровья вам. Женщины никогда не уходят от мужчин в никуда. Они...
Знаете, что такое жить в Украине? Это когда ты выходишь на улицу...
Мэ.
Бля, что это, шахет?
I knew it. I knew it.
Сбили. Блядь, пойдем отсюда, сейчас еще сюда прилетит. Короче, жить в Украине...
Рецепт для тех, у кого денег нет ни хуя. Ну, собственно, для таких, как мы, у которых рекламу не покупают. Для начала мелко нарежь.
Yeah, so many live streams for some reason. The amount of live streams, I don't even get that many live streams on the mobile. For some reason, every 5th or 10th video is a live stream.
There's no wonder you spend 2 days a week.
What's happening here? What is this?
Sorry?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to go for a hike.
This is the Korea ladder.
A Korean ladder.
Korean ladder. My goodness, imagine fucking witnessing that, eh? Fucking, look at that, you're just driving and you see this fucking shit in the opposite lane. Yeah, for some reason the chat is not working properly today.
Huh?
So then, you know what, I'm going to end the stream otherwise. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's supposed to work perfectly fine for some reason. It doesn't work perfectly fine. I have no idea because the last streams everything was working perfectly fine. But for some reason today, no. I don't know. Maybe Castle Labs is a little bit having a overload issues on that. But yeah, apparently the issue fixes only if I close the window and then do it again, which isn't supposed to be the thing. But yeah, that's that. But anyways, you know what? Forget about it. Hopefully just like a one-time issue and not a recurrent thing otherwise. But yeah, I just found a very good tool which enables me to like converge all the chats into one thing, and if this doesn't work I'll be very fucking pissed. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for anybody who came in, and thank you so much for people who followed, and for the people who's going to be watching it during the WOD, and people who's going to be watching it in little bits and pieces of the shots from this WOD. So yeah, so thank you so much. Anyways, next stream hopefully I think on Friday. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Friday, Saturday, 2 streams I think per week I think is not so bad. So yeah, I shall see you guys very soon, next week Friday. So yeah, that's that. Or maybe actually, or maybe if the mood aligns, and the time comes up, I will stream in the middle of the week, but pretty sure I won't, but who knows. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys next week. Bye bye, and yeah.